There's a very famous saying, your life tends to go in the direction of your most dominant thought. What is the dominant thought in your mind today? As a fact, human beings cannot originate any thoughts on their own. It either comes from God or it comes from Satan. There are only two entities that can originate thoughts in your mind. And based on what is happening in the world and the distractions of the world, it is very easy, and certain thoughts are planned and planted in your mind by Satan so that you will be discouraged in your journey with God and be filled with fear. So it all comes to what thought are you entertaining in your mind. So any news you hear about going on in the world can instill two types of thoughts. One, if it is from Satan and you choose to think about it, it is going to end you up in fear. You're going to end up with depression or loneliness or uncertainty about what your life is going to become. On the other hand, if you choose to think about the thought that God gives when you meditate on His Word, it is going to produce faith, it is going to produce hope, it is going to produce the perseverance to fight your day, knowing that God is going to fight your battles for you and everything is going to turn out good. But how do you prevent this? How do you tackle the thoughts that come in your mind? Because as human beings, we do not have the power to stop thoughts from entering our mind, but we do have the power to choose on which thought we want to meditate or think about on. For this, 2 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 5 says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. So here is a very important verse that is related to what we are talking about now. It says, casting down imagination that exalts itself, or if it is against the knowledge of God, then what you do is immediately you bring it captive unto the obedience of Christ, or under the obedience of Christ, and then you ask God to help you get over it if it is not from Him, or help you meditate on it if it is from Him, and that will help you to abolish any thoughts that is from not from God, or any thought that is from Satan that is trying to put you down or keep you in fear. And also you have to consciously put in the effort to think about the thoughts that God has for you. And how do you find that? Every thought that aligns itself with the Word of God at any moment of time, it is from God, and you have to be consciously weighing every thought that comes into your mind, whether it is from the Word of God or is it aligning to what God talks to you or it's aligning to His Word, and then think about it. Most people are in fear or in depression not because they are finding themselves in such situations. It is only because they choose to encourage the wrong thoughts instead of the right ones. God bless you.